That's enough of that now.
This beautiful Aston Martin Valkyrie will soon be coming for sale at RM Sotheby's. Now, myself and the RM Sotheby's team thought it'd be a really nice idea to make a film showing what it's like to live with a Valkyrie, road, track, go and get a cup of coffee. But this example presented 3 problems. The first is its delivery miles, and the next owner might not fancy having me thrash the thing before they get hold of it. The second one is, we've heard it's the highest specification right-hand drive Valkyrie ever made. The third problem is that is real gold leaf. It's quite expensive stuff. But I'm an organised man, and I happen to have about my person a spare Valkyrie pocket in which there is a spare voiceover Valkyrie. Not the easiest vehicle to get into, if I'm honest with you. Even though I'm a little man, I need to get in with the steering wheel off. The strategy is 1 leg, bum, wriggle, 2 legs in. That wasn't too bad, was it, you see? So already we're passing some sort of practicality test, because actually it's not so bad, is it? And then I just put the steering wheel on. On we go. Starter up. Oh, no, ear cans first. Now, ear cans are good, but ear pods, they're even better. So I go ear pods and then cans. Watch this. So now we're set up to drive a road car. Does it look like I'm about to drive a road car? It doesn't really, does it? No, it looks like I'm about to drive a full competition car. So, belts. Like that. Let me tell you a bit about what it's like being in here, okay? First of all, it feels immensely special, because it is. It feels like a spaceship. It's a tiny cabin. Luckily, I'm a small man. This is not for large ladies or gentlemen, this vehicle. I've got this tiny steering wheel, and the speedometer is within the steering wheel. I've got space ahead of me to see out of this incredible sort of LMP2 windscreen, and I've got a screen down here on the right, which is for my other functions. I start the car by simply pressing a button. And now I've got a 1,000 horsepower V12 behind my right shoulder, and we're ready to go out on the road. Let's go and have a coffee. So, you always take in the first few minutes on the road in one of these things. There's so much theatre here, it's intimidating. You don't drive them that fast. You'd be quicker in a Fiesta 1 litre, because you're always thinking about the width and do you scuff the nose. But very quickly, I don't find this car that intimidating. The ride is lovely. Really nice and supple, just takes those sharp edges off, but it feels supported. So actually, it's a very, very interesting car on the road. But it is a car that you just drive with your wrists, because it's delicate, the steering's quite quick. But the ride is good, and that means I've got more traction than expected, so I can get on the gas. But because it's not quadruple turbocharged, I've got a normal engine, it's normally aspirated, so you can be wide open from about, 2,000 RPM, and then it gets going. So you don't have that stupid torque to unsettle the rear axle. Because the Valkyries are curious one. The first ones I drove, they weren't really finished. This is a finished car. Yeah. The intimidation factor has almost already gone. It's not that big, okay, it's quite wide, but it's not long. Then you see a truck and think, shit, that looks big! T-junctions, little bit of a problem because you can't see that much, quite low down. And then you want to grab the wheel and you grab space because it's got this weird letterbox wheel. 10,000 RPM and it feels quicker than anything else on the road. That's before you've used the other three that are waiting there to tempt your right toe. I mean, it's an utterly pointless device on the road, but that's what we love, isn't it? If there was a point to it, it would be meaningless. Its pointlessness gives it meaning. And other glib non-philosophy that can be spoken about supercars. Traction's a bit of an issue. Even though it revs to 11, by the time you're sort of full noise in fifth, it's fligging around. Interestingly, I never turn the systems off in these cars on the road. I just don't. What's the point? You'd be in a tree before you'd realise it. The standout thing is the ride comfort. It's just not that harsh. You'd be able to tell because my 7 chins have been jiggling up and down and they're not. Steering is also helpfully accurate and sharp, so I'm not intimidated by the entire package in a way that I would be. It picks up ruts, it picks up truck grooves, it picks up cambers, but you just got to stay quite firm on the wheel. If you release the grip of the wheel too much, you'll have the occasional alarming movement. I'm actually pretty good at this stuff, you know, because it's a single clutch gearbox, so it pulls away quite abruptly, but I don't leave it in auto mode, I change gear myself. It's a much better dawdler than I'd expected. You can dawdle it quite nicely. I suppose it's the ride comfort. I keep going on about it. If a car is really hard riding at this time, it's a total pain in the arse. This is not. View out's pretty good. I tell you what, this electric camera mirror setup is really good. Really good. The rest of it just feels a bit silly and a bit naughty. Now that's really important for me, because it should feel naughty. It should feel like this car was intended to go to the mall. Why has it got number plates on it? And why am I heading to a small village in Wiltshire to buy myself a flat white? That's silly. Maybe, just maybe, there's not enough silliness out there at the moment. Life's a bit serious, so the idea of going out in your quasi-Le Mans car to just pick up a flat white, it's a cool thing. Perhaps what I'm trying to obliquely refer to also is the fact that the rest of the world doesn't really see the funny side of this stuff anymore, does it? You know, if you saw this sort of car in the 80s, you'd stop, whoop, shake the driver's hand, but now there's a sort of sneering disapproval out there. Does that mean that you don't want to do it anymore? Well, it shouldn't mean that. I'm a bit of a weakling. I fear sometimes that I shouldn't do it. I don't want to upset people. Who am I upsetting? I'm not going very fast. I'm exhibiting a beautiful piece of British engineering on a lovely summer's day in the British countryside. Why shouldn't I do this? I'm not harming anyone. In fact, I'm brightening days up. We're about to go into a town. That might alter my view of the vehicle, because the front sort of chinny chin chin on this is quite sticky outy. So you've got to be careful about the extremities. Right, this is where the director dragged me into a town. Yeah, there we go. Standard stuff. All right, now we've got speed bumps. How do I raise the nose on this bloody thing? There we go, rise up. Right, I've just raised her up. I've got my raise up button on the steering wheel. Away we go. Always you just clinch. Okay, right, parking up. Nervous. Parking's never easy in a car like this, so use a bit of the old schnozzle into there. There we go, I'm taking that. Right, neutral, reverse. Has it got beepers? I don't think it's got beepers, has it? That'll do me. That's as far as I want to go. That's as far as I want to go with this. Right, neutral. Forward. Space for other road users. That'll do me. That's the other thing, you stop the traffic. you totally spoil the flow of traffic wherever you go because everyone stops and looks at it. Right, so now, how do you get out? So you've got to get your steering wheel. You don't do this in a Fiesta. Don't take your steering wheel off, dude. You take your steering wheel off. Okay, that's probably 60 grand. Leave that there. And then you're pulling your toggle. Out you get. Out you get. Oh, shit. That really hit me. All right, boss. How are you?
Top gear.
Yeah, there you go, see? Still, they haven't forgotten. They haven't forgotten.
You know, out of the original.
Whereabouts is Guernsey from, mate?
Guernsey?
Yeah, it's Guernsey plate, isn't it?
No, it's a private.
It's obviously not mine. Would you give 3 million quid for it?
Would I?
Yeah.
Sounds like a chieftain tank.
I know people sort of get a bit sniffy about these things, but when you see them on the road, they brighten your day up, don't they?
Yeah,
It's brighten the town up.
Also, it's British, made in England. We should be proud of it. We should
Mate,
be proud of it.
You brighten the street up.
There you go. You see. Look, it's a good day for it. Look underneath it. Look at Mount Avero on it. You can see. You can just see straight through it. It's a tiny little tub, so we can fire all the air through it. Look after it. We'll get a coffee. Coffee. Just take a minute to look at that shape and remind yourself of one thing. This is the hypercar that Adrian Newey designed. If I just remind myself, there's no cup holder. So we're drinking the coffee here. Also, one thing about these cars, this is not my vehicle, but it's worth more than I've got in the bank. So I think you want to be near it, don't you? Sort of keep an eye out. So how do you keep an eye out without looking like you're just sort of sitting next to it and worrying about it? How do you, bench. Yeah. Having nervously had my coffee, it was time to get back on the road and head to a more appropriate location. But there was still a problem to raise.
Quality of noise. From the outside, this car sounds, well, it's just sexy, isn't it? It's a sexy sounding car. From the inside, there's a lot more hydraulic, pumpy, gearbox whiny noise, and you don't really get the benefit of the V12. It's often the case with these cars that the most compromising thing about it is the fact that you're wearing a helicopter headset. I feel like I'm, set up to fly a light aircraft more than I am driving a car. You can take this off, it is noisy. I can go for just earpods, shut up a second. Oh, but still noisy. Without those in, it's just bloody unpleasant. So yeah, if you weren't wearing these, you'd wear some Peltor cats. You're providing a musical service to the rest of the world and not enjoying it yourself. I suppose it's a sacrifice the average Valkyrie owner will have to just bear with dignity.
But if dignity is not your thing and you simply want to have some fun, the obvious thing is to take it to a track, the place it was born for. And in this case, I'm taking it to Thruxton, which just so happens to be the fastest circuit in Britain.
Just picked his heels up and flying. Living with a Valkyrie would of course include driving a Valkyrie on the circuit, because if you didn't, you'd be a wally. So what's it like on a circuit? Well, allow my facial expression to give you a clue. It's a monster. It's got the stickiest normal road tyre you can buy, Michelin Cup 2. You can overcome that very easily. Let's give it some tap now. Fourth gear. Straight to 148 miles an hour. Yeah, you just hang on. What an engine. speed, but the tyre can't keep up with mechanical grip. That Cosworth V12, you just can't believe how powerful it is. There, that's where it's level. Oh. Wow. What I love about this car is it has so much power, you'll always be learning it. You'll always be learning anything about what it can do. Steering is just correctly weighted for the fact that I can't get my elbows out, so I can steer it with my arms down by my side. Decent feedback from the front end, but not telepathic. It's actually quite hard to describe how much faster it is than, say, a duty-free, a conventionally fast front car. I'd say it's order of magnitude 200%. You can't even compare them. When this gets going after about 8,000 RPM, it is alarming. I mean, it's really alarming. That's raw aero victory there, raw aero. I hadn't really appreciated how good the suspension is. That massive hydraulic pump that I gather is from a helicopter has added a load of weight to the Valkyrie, but it does give it this very, very powerful, stable suspension platform. So even at high speed and high load, it can support an individual corner when you want it to. So for example, coming into a low speed corner now and stay in third gear, it's got plenty of torque. You can just feel that it's managing the understeer there. But the moment the speed starts to rise out here, now I'm putting big loads into that left rear. That's 150 straight away. Now flick turning quickly here. Car is absolutely level. Really, really competent. Downsides, you don't get enough of the music in here, you really don't. I'm a proud Englishman as well. We haven't got a lot to shout about at the moment. This is a British car, and I'm very proud of that. We do this shit really well. Gear shift is so much better than the early car I drove in Bahrain. That was a bit of a nightmare. This is much, much quicker. But ultimately, the truth always comes out, doesn't it? You film a living with a Valkyrie video and you go to a town, but you end up at the fastest circuit in the UK, bending your face at high speed, because it will, and you can. You see, you can exit with dignity. Now, I can't really tell you what it's like to live with one of these things after the event, what's the after-sales care like, but I can tell you this, it's a very clever car because, as you might have noticed, I was allowing the rear axle to overtake the front axle in that film. You don't see a skidding a car worth this value, back axle faster than front axle. And at that moment, someone from Aston Martin called a member of our team to say, "Are you having a good day?" That's right, they know what's going on with the car the whole time. I've thoroughly enjoyed my day with the Valkyrie. It is spectacular and it is usable. I mean, yeah, it's not usable, but it's much, much more usable than I'd ever imagined.